Starts and sits for most of the AFC home games right now on FFT Express. What's up? Here we go. It's Adam and Heath breaking down 8 games for you, starting with the Dolphins and the Texans. Heath, who do you like?
I really like Devon Achane and Jonnu Smith and Nico Collins and Joe Mixon. I'm starting Tyreek Hill. I prefer Tua to CJ Stroud, but they're both QB2s for me. Tua's in that big blob from QB8 to QB20. Stroud is behind it. I don't want to start Tank Dell. Jalen Waddle is a boom-bust flex.
And yeah, you've brought up a good point about D'Amico Ryans being familiar with this system and Mike McDaniel, and maybe that slows them down a little bit. And that's why Heath is a little bit lower on Tua than Dave and Jamie are. It's an interesting point here. And Jalen Waddle is really an interesting player. So I look forward to answering a bunch of Jalen Waddle questions on Sunday morning. Kansas City's at Cleveland.
Jameis Winston is a good start. Patrick Mahomes is an okay start. Isaiah Pacheco over Nick Chubb, but they're flex at best. Jerry Jeudy is a must start. Elijah Moore is a high-end number 3 without Tillman. Tillman is a high-end number 3 if he plays. Elijah Moore is a low-end number 3 with Tillman. Both tight ends are must start. DeAndre Hopkins is a low-end number 3. Xavier Worthy's a boom-bust flex.
All right, the Jets are at the Jaguars. Fun game potentially here for the wide receivers. Who do you like in this game?
So I think I'm the high guy on Aaron Rodgers. I'm not sure we talked enough about that, but he's a borderline QB1 for me. My favorite running back in this game is Isaiah Davis. He and Braylon Allen are both high-end flexes, followed closely by Tank Bigsby and Travis Etienne, who are also flexes. I'm starting Garrett Wilson. I'm starting Devontae Adams. I'm starting Brian Thomas Jr. Evan Ingram is an okay guy in full PPR. I want to get away from him everywhere else.
You like Isaiah Davis or Sincere McCormick?
I like Sincere McCormick.
Okay. The Colts are at the Broncos. Who do you like in this game?
I like...
Are you being distracted by Jamie making fun of me?
Cortland Sutton. You did another terrible thing as a commissioner.
Everybody
knows that. But Cortland Sutton is the only must start in this game. I've got Bo Nix ahead of Anthony Richardson as a QB2, but I don't love either one. They're both in the 8 through 20 group, though. My second favorite wide receiver in the game is Michael Pittman, but he's not inside my top 36. I'm a little skeptical about Josh Downs, but he's a boom-bust flex as well. Jonathan Taylor is a low-end number 2 running back. Julian McLaughlin's my highest-ranked Broncos running back, but he is just a flex.
All right, let's see what's next here. No, not yet. We don't have a commercial break yet. That's coming up. Pittsburgh at Philadelphia. So I meant to read this tweet on the show from Michael Florio at Michael F. Florio. Not the the fantasy guy. He's a good dude, and he has some great fantasy stats. He said Saquon Barkley has been tackled at the 1-yard line a league high 11 times. 10 of those became Jalen Hurts rush touchdowns. 0 became a Barkley touchdown. It's so funny. It's the same exact thing that happened to Swift last year. But anyway, who do you like in Pittsburgh and Philadelphia?
I think that happens more because they run more in that area of the field than other teams, and so you're just naturally going to get tackled more there. Barkley still scored a lot of touchdowns. Barkley's must start. I'm starting Jalen Hurts. I'm starting A.J. Brown. There's not a Steeler I really want to start, but Najee's a borderline RB2. If I had to start a Steelers wide receiver, it would be Calvin Austin. If I had to start a tight end in this game, I guess it would be Pat Freiermuth, but he and Grant Calcaterra are both low-end starters. Devontae Smith is a boom-bust flex right in the Jalen Waddle range.
Okay, now we'll take a break on FFT Express. We got a few more games left, and we'll answer some of your questions after this. Tampa Bay is at the Chargers. Heath, who do we like in this game?
I am Rashad White is a must-start RB1. I would view Mike Evans as a number 2 wide receiver. I would view Baker as the best QB in this game. He's a borderline QB1. Herbert's a QB2. I don't want to start a Chargers running back. If Vlad McConkey plays, he's a borderline wide receiver 2. If he doesn't, then Quentin Johnston and Josh Palmer are both boom-bust wide receiver 3s. Cade Otton's the best tight end in this game, but he's more of a tight end 2 than a tight end 1. And Stone Smart is your deep league streamer of the week.
Yeah, you made a really good case for him. Atlanta's at Las Vegas. Thoughts?
I am starting Bijan Robinson. I am starting Drake London. I am starting Jacoby Myers. I am starting Brock Bowers. Sincere McCormick is a high-end flex. So is Darnell Mooney. I do not want to start Cousins or Pitts.
And Cincinnati at Tennessee, our last game here. Who do you like in this game?
Start your Bengals, Burrow, Brown, Chase, and Higgins. I think you view Calvin Ridley as a boom bust number 3 wide receiver. Tony Pollard is a top 12 running back.
Okay. You want to hear a cool stat on this game? A weird stat? You know, just to kind of tie it in with that Barkley statistic from Michael Florio. Side note, there's another team that has like a lot of running backs tackled at the 1 yard line, and it's the Lions. So to your point, they run there. But right. I wanted to see, I was looking into the Dolphins. I wanted to see what their pass rate has been inside the 5 yard line since week 8 when Tua came back. And it just so happens that the Tennessee Titans have a 92% pass rate from the 5 yard line or closer since week 8. That is insane.
That is insane.
And Tony Pollard only has 1 touchdown since then. It's only 12 plays, but that's not nothing. So that's probably 11 passes.
I wonder if they only get inside the 5 yard line when they're down by 2 touchdowns.
Maybe, but I just thought that was kind of wild. All right, let's read some questions here. Actually, before we do that, where are you going to put Isaac Garendo? Like, we have a question.
Isaac Garendo will be I think I might have said on the big show he'd be top 12. He's definitely going to be top 15. He will be probably just behind David Montgomery. I think in full PPR, he's going to be my favorite running back in this game tonight, ahead of Kyron Williams. And for me personally, if you have Garendo and Zach Charbonnet, I think you need to start Garendo tonight because there's a chance Ken Walker comes back. Question says Garendo or James Cook. That's pretty easily Garendo for me. James Cook is a low-end RB2.
Someone in the chat says Garendo's out. LOL. I don't think he's out. He's actually going to play tonight, it seems. So that's actually a bit of good news on the fantasy front.
Unless you spent all your fab on Patrick Taylor.
Yeah, which a lot of people did. This guy,
I think in the magazine league, we were both in the playoffs, and you lost last week, so you could have the number 1 waiver wire claim, and you used it on Patrick Taylor, and I got Isaiah Davis.
I actually did not lose for that purpose. But
the rest of the story is true.
3 play. Yeah, the rest of it's true, but I wasn't tanking for that. I just didn't want to drop anyone. I had really no incentive to win. Ridley.
But then you did drop somebody this morning for Patrick Taylor, correct?
Last night, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. JMO over Ridley for me.
I dropped a DST or something. Pacheco or Garendo.
It's gonna we have several people saying that they're like Garendo is not going to play, and like Adam Schefter did tweet this morning that Garendo is expected to play and says he feels good. So
it's the same guy. It's the same guy who's saying
same guy. So yes, Garendo over Pacheco.
Garendo, Jennings, Kamara, bench 1.
Ooh.
I am nervous about Kamara. Very.
I have started doing the oof thing a lot, or the woof thing, because of Harrison Ford. So thanks for that. I think I actually have Jennings the lowest.
Okay. I'll just let Heath answer because I don't want to. Pick 1. Neighbors, Braylon Allen, Hawkinson, Downs, or Laporta. PPR.
Neighbors for me.
Bagels or English muffins.
Man, I'm not a big bread guy, but I haven't had an English muffin in so long, and they are so much better than bagels.
Oh, let's start
so much better. Like you love cinnamon raisin bagels. Have you ever had a cinnamon raisin English muffin? Oh my gosh, it's so good.
All right, Garendo or Kamara, PPR.
Kamara.
And Eagles or Broncos, DST.
I thought people knew not to ask me DST questions. I think I have the Broncos higher. I have the Eagles higher. Eagles.
Cup, Sutton, or JSN. We need one of these guys. Sutton.
Sutton and Kupp are both top 12 wide receivers for me. If it's full PPR, then I would go with Kupp. If it's anything less, I would go Sutton.
Look at this, Heath. You lost us a subscriber with your English muffins over.
I don't think that's what it was about.
I don't know. What do you think it's about?
I don't know.
It's got to be about the Bengals. All right. Thanks, everybody. We will talk to you tomorrow on Fantasy Football Today Express. See ya.